6. I did it right this time. And there goes Tay Tay. Yay! She's really getting into this taping. So, what's up, Hope Nation? There's a lot of stuff going on in the world. Let's just dive right on into it. And then we'll talk about some deep stuff. And then, So, how are we feeling about the whole Jussie Smollett thing that's going on?
Embarrassed.
Very, very sad.
Disappointed.
Yeah. He really played this up.
It's a lot. He had two.
They about to charge him.
What?
For the crime.
Yeah, the grand jury.
So he's about to get indicted.
So he can't be doing some jail time?
Yeah. Isn't that stupid?
So what was the reason behind it? Like, what was he trying to promote?
Maybe he was like anti-Trump and he was trying to promote that his supporters were going around beating up gay dudes. Because he said they had on a Make America Great hat, a MAGA hat. They threw bleach on him and they had a noose. And it was 2 white men when in fact it was 2 Nigerian friends of his, personal training friends.
Right.
They snitched on him real quick, didn't they?
Yeah.
They ain't trying to get deported. So yeah, that's a shame. Empire has officially suspended him from taping, so he can't even work now. He has a defense attorney. I found that quite interesting that last week he had a criminal defense attorney. Why? The writing was on the wall. Then he did that awkward Robin Roberts interview, cursing early in the morning. He was angry, kind of violent. And so, just even talk of him, and I'm getting this from, now I'm taking this from Star. I love Star and Buck Wild. Remember Star? Hot 97? He says that there was an article before where Jussie Smollett even alluded to liking women. So they're trying to say maybe he's even lying about his sexuality.
Oh, wow.
And then he has a history of lying because in 2007 he got pulled over by the police in California. He was drinking and driving and he gave his own brother's name. And he got in trouble for that legally. So his credibility is like really shot. He's just a liar. He might have issues, but art imitates life in this one where he's like this troubled, gay man going through some addiction stuff. That's the kind of role he plays on Empire. So shout out to him. Hope he gets well. Hope he gets his stuff together. And, like Cardi B said, he kind of wants to ruin the momentum of Black History Month. But we ain't going to let Jussie Smollett do that. And like I said, he has his reasons. We don't know what it is. But we all know that he wasn't out 2 o'clock in the morning getting a Subway sandwich. No one ever did that.
That's what you said he was doing?
Yeah.
That happened.
Somebody said, let's interview the sandwich. Oh, goodness. So that's that. And speaking of people messing it up for everybody, what about this? What's her name? Jordan?
Oh, Jordan Woods.
Jordan Woods. I was going to say Jordan Sparks. Sorry, Jordan Sparks. Yeah, Jordan Woods. Jordan Woods. Best friend to Kylie Jenner, who allegedly was fooling around with Tristan Thompson, Khloe Kardashian's baby daddy. And how embarrassing is that? Do you think it's true?
Possibly, I think it could be.
Yeah.
Right, knew they was dealing with each other. It just got public. And he got out of control.
Because he was taking people's phones.
He got out of control with that situation.
Who goes to your friend's house and he's like, let me get everybody's phone? Like you don't have eyes in the mouth to report what you saw. Like that was just dumb.
He thought he was Chris Brown.
True that.
That's what he do.
Like who does that?
But I thought he does that for parties. He does
He does that. No, he does it for parties.
Yeah, but it was like a get together at your house. Like that's like inviting people for Thanksgiving and taking their phones and stuff. Like who does that?
Yeah.
So that's just like knowing that you're about to do something that you have no business doing. So Khloe was really vocal on Instagram as well as Malika, her best friend, and basically confirming the rumor report. So hopefully it's not true. You see, Daddy do this. Hopefully, yes, no. See you, bye. She's waving bye. Hopefully it's not true. But, it seems like Jordan was like a family member.
Yeah, they even did like a cosmetic collaboration.
Right. Yeah. messing up the money. I think she was even modeling for Good American.
Big pop, yeah.
Yeah, she was modeling jeans for Chloe. I mean, she has several businesses and business opportunities that came through that friendship. And these are the kind of things that mess it up for good people to get around, you know, people that can help them with influence, whether they're a celebrity or high profile person. And this is why people don't take people in. This is why people don't help other artists or whatever because of situations like this. So, you have something to say about that, Mom?
No, it's just wrong. It's just wrong.
It is very wrong, and I hope it's not true, but if in fact it is, you know, it's whatever. And then, you know, Kylie, you said something about she was going to try to see her.
Yeah, I seen something on Instagram. It was like Kylie just wanted to hear her side of the story.
Yeah.
Give her a chance to
It's
say
like,
what happened.
maybe something, you know, everybody else left, but she left at 7 in the morning. What was she doing there? What was going on? Like, why did he think that he wasn't going to get caught? And Hollywood unlocked. Jason was not going to find out. Because that's who told it all. And Mr. Receipt Man himself. Receivo, he has them all. So let's stay tuned to this drama. Some are even saying that this is a concocted story made up for a storyline. I'm inclined to believe some of that because they always have a kind of drama for season. Like, it'll be like season, 11 next year? Because it's season 10, right? Is it?
I don't know.
Probably
They are around their number.
Yeah. Yeah, so this will be like last year it was Tristan cheating.
Right.
Now it'll be him cheating again. You know, who knows? Travis Scott, watch it back. You might be next. Oh boy, poor Stormy. Anyway, that's that story. And so basically, I wanted to, you know, get into some things. We're gonna get into Tam tips right now, and we're gonna get into some deep stuff in a minute. Not too deep. We ain't gonna try to go too deep, but you know. Oh, I celebrated my 29th anniversary. The clap button man left because Tay needed him. But anyway, yes, you did. So we celebrated. It was awesome. We went to our favorite pancake spot, which is the Original Pancake House in Fort Lee. Edgewater. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Attitude. Where that came from? What movie that come from? Attitude. Nobody knows.
That's Tiana Taylor.
ATL. The twins.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. See, Malika. Anyway, the Hack sisters. Yeah, so we celebrated. We went there. They have vegan pancakes, you guys. Ain't nothing else vegan there but the pancakes. But that's all you need. And they got the strawberry syrup. And that was awesome. And then later on, Mama Pocket, she did a thing. She treated me and Andre to Wicked. I've been trying to see Wicked for like 15 years. Why was it so hard? I don't know. Because I wanted everybody to go. And then all of us went. It would cost like $2,500. But I really wanted us all to experience Wicked together. And it was everything I thought it would be. Like Disney, fairy tale, Cinderella. Just everything wrapped up into one. Hansel and Gretel. Every fairy tale you can think of. But it's a spinoff of the Wizard of Oz. It is the prequel to the Wizard of Oz. It tells you the story about the Wicked Witch of the East. Yeah. Because Glinda's the Good Witch of the West. One of the two. I don't know. North, South, East, and West things. Anyway, but it was freaking awesome. So if you ever have an opportunity to go see Wicked, do it. It's kids friendly. They'll love it. The set design, the lighting, the costumes, the songs. It was everything. It was phenomenal. So shout out to the cast of Wicked. Y'all did y'all thing. And they had two. They had two sisters in there. They were just a part of the ensemble. I remember one name was Brittany Jones. So we know she's black. And there was another one, I can't remember her name. But it was so well done. And for them to be doing this twice a day for 15 years.
That's a lot.
You got to give it up. That's grueling work because they're singing and dancing nonstop. And it was just a dope concert. It's an expensive day because you want to get involved. You don't want to feel like the kid on the field trip that mother didn't send on with no money for souvenirs. So we all know that. You go to a museum and you can't go in the store with your friends because you ain't got no money. Yeah. So yeah, the shirts were like expensive. Everything was like really expensive. So a Broadway night on in town could cost you about $1,000, but it's all in good fun. So that was that. So 29 years of us, Black love, Black excellence, all that before
that's awesome.
the hashtags, baby. Get into it. So now that I pop my collar, dust my shoulders off a little bit, I'm gonna swing it on to Tam tips because it is tax season coming up. People are moving on, getting their taxes, getting new jobs, and with extra money comes vacation. And so, Tam?
So the tip for today is when you are interviewing, make sure you let the interviewer know that you have vacation planned. Do not start a new job and say, oh yeah, by the way, in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks. Do not do that. Give a heads up. It's a courtesy to them, but also it shows good character and moral ethic on your part as a professional. So make sure you let them know ahead of time that you have vacation. More than likely, they're going to say, okay, fine. But chances are they'll either wait, if it's coming up quick, they'll tell you to just wait for your start date. Or if you have some time, they'll get you in as soon as possible to get all your onboarding done, make sure you're all set up so that way when you return, you can be good to go. So just be honest and upfront. Don't try to pull a fast one. And don't forget, because you didn't forget. Do not forget. You didn't forget that. But that is the big one. And then I just thought about it. Make sure you let me know if we've already done some business together. When you've gotten your job, let me know. Tell me these things so I can root for you and cheer for you and let everybody know, look what you're doing, because you might be able to help somebody else out.
Yeah, it's a review for her. People,
And yes, that too.
reviews are so important.
That too.
You have no idea.
Credibility.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, yes.
People will, review an Amazon product. They already got 7,000 reviews and they'll review it, and they won't review your product. And, we're small businesses, so we really thrive over reviews.
Yeah.
Word of mouth is our commercial. So, please,
This is very true.
pass it along. If she's done something for you, and you had a great result, even if you didn't get a result, it's not her fault. Still pass it along.
True.
Pass it along.
That'll be a Tam tip for next week. I'll write it down.
Okay.
Yeah. That just made me think of something.
Oh,
Yeah.
sparking them brain cells. Yeah, so give Tam a review, give us a review, click like, subscribe to the channel.
Right.
Because let me tell you something, we're having issues with views now. When I go in my YouTube app and where I could tweak stuff, the YouTube Studio app, I have more views on that than it shows up on the actual thing when you go. So I found that pretty strange, yeah. So please interact, engage, please like and share, because they're making it harder for average citizens to get exposure. And if you don't have engagement, they don't make you top of the food chain. You want to pop up in an organic search. So luckily the name is so friendly, your pocket is so, different. We pop up in an organic search. But I want us to start popping up like on the explore pages and whatnot, recommended videos.
The link
So please
is
do that.
always in my bio.
And mine too. Please. You want us to keep going, right? We want to grow so we can do super chats. And in order for me to even get my own YouTube name, I need 100 subscribers. So that would really help. And in order to do a super chat where we can actually monetize the page, you need 1,000 subscribers. So they're making it really hard. But we can do it. We can get it done, Hope Nation, because I have hope and faith in you all. All right?
All right.
So that's that. Moose, any new cars?
Any new cars?
Any specials for tax season?
We always have specials.
They have a referral program. If you refer, you get some money. Cash moolah. Not no gift card money. So you want to DM him. Did we talk about you selling your Porsche?
Yeah, we talked about that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's selling other cars too. I'm a proud mama, so I'm always going to brag on him. And so going into being a proud mama, you know what? We'll wait. We'll hold off on that. I want to ask a question to Around the Way with Mayman.
Okay.
How important is scent to your age group, the so-called millennials?
Scent. So I feel like it may vary depending on the person, but majority don't really care too much.
Yeah.
It's more like if they could wake up and roll out of bed and go to work, I think they would do that.
Oh man.
That's
That's
a little
so
too
sad.
much preparation.
Yeah.
Like you, something like having good breath.
Yeah. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I smell some breath.
yeah.
Let's just say that.
breath.
I smell breath. But yeah, I think you said you wanted to like about perfumes. And stuff like
Yeah.
that. I think we talked a little bit about it, and we came up with like spritzers, like
Yeah.
sprays,
Yeah.
or more.
It's not perfume.
Yeah, that's more popular among my age group.
Yeah. And that's a shame because the young parents gave them that habit, which is fine. If you use Victoria's Secret body spray for perfume, you know, you got to carry that thing in your pocketbook and keep spraying. You know, but you can actually, you know, when you're buying clothes, and these kids love expensive jeans, they love expensive sneakers, they love cars, they love snacks. You want to have the whole package. And I talk about that in my book, Aroma. What scent are you leaving behind? Because aroma is powerful. Me and Andre, we walked in the mall, and we had at least 5 or 6 different people attack us because we smelled so good. That shouldn't be a rarity that you smell good. You know, and it is, because people do it to me all the time. I hug people. I tell people I'm a hugger. I dive right in for the hug. And people, oh my God, you smell so good. And it's like, it's a compliment, it's awesome, but then it gets you to thinking, people just don't smell good.
Right.
You know, some people don't have smells on it, and I respect people that have allergies and things of that nature, and they can't wear this or that. I get that.
So, just to interject a little bit, I've learned, because I do have allergies, and it depends on the scent. Not every perfume will make me have a sneeze attack, but some of them will. Oils are like a really good way, because there's no, like, whatever the spray does, there's none of that with the oil. So if that is your problem, there's a way.
This is true. All perfumes have ingredients, base notes, you know, low notes or whatever. So you can look. I'm working on it. I'm working on it for a new podcast. I told the lady that in Neiman Marcus. She was like, I walked her around all the different perfumes that I liked and I used it. And she was like, no, I think it's you. And I'm like, okay, maybe it's me. But what I did say, okay, what did you say?
I was gonna say,
Sorry,
maybe like something I heard. Is it like a problem in a work, like in corporate, like in the work environment?
Yeah, heavy.
Yeah,
heavy
they
scent.
complain about
Heavy
that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
Heavy.
Only if it's heavy, though. That means you have to be dousing yourself.
And it has to be stink.
Okay.
Right.
Let's
Other
be
than
clear.
that, no.
Okay.
I wear perfume, and I've worked in corporate environments most of my life. And people appreciate, once again, the fact that you actually smell good. If they think, oh,
Because I
that's too
even have
much,
plugins that
they a hater.
Okay.
They a hater.
Because I've heard that too before.
Yeah,
Like,
people-
oh, it's too strong.
No, some people say that. I think it's them, the
Okay.
personal thing, because they like smelling funk and hair and scalp and all kind of things like that, and
Because it's
coffee
something
breath.
new. It's something that's been
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
Even when I was growing up, you had stink people.
Yeah.
With pretty clothes on.
Smelling really ugly. So with the spirit of that, I have this perfume that I've been playing with in Sephora. It is Victor Ross Dancing Roses. It smells so awesome. Now I got this for an anniversary gift because I didn't buy it for myself, because somebody stole my wallet back in December when I wanted to buy it with about $700 in it. So Andre, being very thoughtful, remembered that I wanted to buy it. He bought me one. Now this is pretty pricey. It could be about $180, but it's a big old bottle. It's a big bottle, right? But I encourage you all, if you like perfume or you don't know, go perfume shopping. You know, we go clothes shopping, go perfume shopping. All those samples they give out, you can just go around and each, you know, little bit. And I'm speaking to my youngies right now. Go and do that. Develop your own personal style. When people describe me, it's going to be, you know, pink hair, it's black today, pink hair, oh, she always smells really good, glasses. It's going to be something. You have to define yourself. And I think y'all are coming to age in your 20s or whatever, you have that ability to kind of invent yourself, not reinvent yourself, because you're making yourself as you go along. And incorporate scent into that, because it's powerful. Mm-hmm. It's a mood changer.
Yeah.
it can spark a conversation with the right person. And it lightens the day. So, you know, just find your scent. You know, everyone doesn't do well with certain fragrances because of chemistry or whatever. I can wear anything. And I mix everything. So mix stuff. Don't be afraid to mix and match it or whatever. So that's my scent review. So again, this is Victor Rolf. He's the maker of Flower Bomb. They are the makers of Flower Bomb. And the song made popular by Wale and Miguel. And so it's 3 of these that came out this year. And this is like, they all smell good, but this is my personal favorite. Dancing with Roses. It smells like roses and they're like kind of dancing. It really smells like that. It's amazing. So anyway, so that's that. So you think, millennials, you think they should buy more perfume?
I think so, yeah. Just go for it. Don't be afraid.
What about millennial men? Are y'all smelling good out there?
Not really.
You're always in the gym.
Nah, I don't think a lot of, they wear a lot of, the few I encountered, listen, when I was working at Nike,
He said, listen.
I probably was the only one.
Smelling good.
Yeah, even out of the females too.
Ooh.
Yeah,
They're
so.
going to be watching.
But it's true. This is a fact.
That's a fact.
Everybody knows when I was in the building, they smelled me.
Yeah.
They smell me all
They
the time.
smell
So, but for men, I think now, because that's what females like.
Yeah.
I think once a male catch on to what females like, especially scent,
Yeah.
then they'll start wearing it. But you have to buy the right cologne. You can just buy any.
No.
Not Bod. Remember Bod?
Oh, Bod.
Bod. Yeah.
Body spray. The one that was
Yeah.
in, wasn't that in the Sierra video? He sprayed it. What else I have to
Yeah,
say?
it was a cheap. Yeah,
Cheap.
they still make it too,
Yeah.
but you need to buy some real nice cologne.
His
or-
personal favorite is Savage by Christian Dior.
Yeah, that's Savage, and 1 Million.
Woman.
Yeah,
And we like Tobacco Vanille, Tom
Mhm.
Ford.
and I like Jay-Z Gold too. Jay-Z Gold is good. That smells good.
It's okay.
It's okay.
You know what I found with the scents that they make for artists, collaborations like that? They don't be as strong. And they're usually made by Coty. Coty is an old school brand. And When Song Stays on Your Mind. You know, what's the other ones? The old ones? Genete and all that stuff.
Persian wood.
Yeah. So,
Oh, but if a must-have for men, champagne
yeah, right.
and
You gonna put them up on game? Champagne, old school champagne. It's 2 champagnes. You want to do champagne made by Caron, Caron.
and was it blue jeans?
Oh, Versace blue jeans, yeah.
Fire.
Those are great scents.
Yeah.
He's
So,
an old head.
yeah.
Bring it home.
Creed, but that's a little price. That's $5.
Yeah. Smallest bottle of Creed will run you $250.
Yeah.
Burlington Coat Factory though has some Creeds for $1.99. You have to you can order them. No, I don't think you can order them online. You have to go into the store and buy them. The designer fragrance collection, Burlington Coat Factory has Creed for $1.99 plus tax.
That's
See,
cheap.
I'm a perfume addict, so I know these things. And speaking of that, Rashad, I believe my perfume addiction definitely came from my mom's dresser. And
I think that's what it always starts.
and so leading into our little topic for this evening is parenting and how it is a difficult dance between parents and raising their children, and the things that we pass on and the things that we give our children, the expectation that we place on our children, and the expectation that our children have for us. So with that being said, I know it's really, really hard to be a parent. And I get on the millennials over here a lot, only because I want them to be better than us. And I want them to take our social cues and things that we've learned, our experiences, use them, but then expand on them and be better. I think it's really, really tough raising kids these days, even more so than back in the days, because there's just so much pressure with kids to be more open. And you want your kids to be open, you want them to explore and try new things. But a lot of things that they're trying to explore are things that we have no knowledge of. We're not, experienced in those areas. So for a lot of us, people my age, 40 plus, and we have kids in their 20s and late teens, we're like experiencing things that we did in our 20s and kids are doing openly in their teens. You know, you having kids that are, they had Kids Fashion Week, and I can't remember the little boy's name, but he's transitioned into a girl, not Jazz, but it's another little Caucasian boy, and he wears dresses and whatnot, and it, you know, it's cool, but it's difficult because this is new uncharted territory. People didn't really like experience that until their kids are like, sometimes when they didn't even know their kids were going through this. I just found out that Raymond Burr, Perry Mason, was gay his whole life. And you know, watching, you know, Perry Mason, you would have never known it. He was closeted. But, you know, and he never came out the closet. He died like that. But he had a partner from the 50s all the way up into the 90s when he died. So I think that we're experiencing a lot of different things. Our children are smoking weed. They're promiscuous. And not just the boys, it's the girls. And they're openly promiscuous. And how do you navigate that as a parent? Like, what do you accept as a parent? And is it really accepting it? Or it's like one of those things, if you don't accept it, then your kids will leave. Because they leave. They don't even run away. They just pick up and leave and move in with a friend. And you don't want your kid out there in the world thinking that you don't love them. So it's like, it is so difficult.
And you couldn't move in with friends when we were growing up. The other parents weren't dealing with that. You gotta go home.
Yeah.
And now they don't care. They let you just run in and out of people's house.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing.
Some people's houses are the bona fide weed house. You can go there and it's a house full of kids just smoking weed and the parent is in the room. And the parent isn't high. These parents are regular working class parents. But I think we're so parentally depressed because we don't know what we should be doing. You know, it's all started when they said we couldn't beat our kids anymore. I'm a firm believer in that you have to have some sort of discipline. And then in the inner cities, it definitely, when the WET program worked, when a lot of the women were on welfare, they made them start working for their checks. And it took the only parent that was in the home stably out of the house. So now you have a generation of kids that pretty much raised themselves, and then they went on to become parents, and it turned into an anything goes society. Now for me, I was very strict. It worked on one kid, but it didn't work on the other because every kid is totally different. You can't raise them the same kid, have the same conversation. In our house, we didn't even have the same dinner, right? He would have one thing, his brother would have something else. And, you know, what was your first email address name?
Oh, 90 Days for Life.
Yeah, because I knew they were totally different, and it would be like that for life. So that's the name I created for them. So it was just, you know, and growing up how we grew up, you know, we grew up in a street family. You know, things were going on in our house, but I knew I wanted to have a little bit more structure. But I don't know. It's just a difficult thing, especially, you know, you go up and down Instagram and Facebook and your little cousins and your friends' kids are your friends and you see what they're doing and you just, and even for my kid, let me just tell you what happened to me. What was that, like 3 weeks ago? And, you know, I'm going to be honest, it is what it is. My oldest son is 27 years old. Now, he should be able to do what he want to do, but he still lives with me and he ain't grown. And even if he is grown, I always tell him, stop trying to sabotage my brand because my brand is that of positivity or whatnot. But I'm not going to pretend that it's all positive because it's not, because I'm raising kids and we're going through life and everybody's going through their own thing. I'm up 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm going through Insta stories and my oldest son's Insta story pop up. He got a blunt hanging out his mouth and he looks demonic because he knew he shouldn't have been doing that. So I immediately, first I called him. He didn't answer, of course. And then I DM'd him, take this down. You know, and I said, you look possessed. What are you doing? He was looking in the camera, the things dangling out his mouth, and he was looking, who are you trying to approach? You're 27 years old. You know, you need a job. You shouldn't be doing that. You know, that shouldn't be up on your page or whatever. I was so just disgusted because I know that some of my friends saw that. And here I am, friend in your pocket, and my son is a freaking pothead. What do? I can't put him out because he smoked weed. You know, I don't want to see him on the street, another black man. But so this is what I mean by difficult. I never thought in all my years, as strict as I was, that my son would be on Instagram dangling a blunt out of his mouth. Never, ever, 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 ever. But, so that's what I mean. It's rough out there, parents. It's tough. You do what you can. But what I want to say is, while you're raising your kids, live your life. Because that kid, that same kid with the blunt dangling out his mouth, I took him to high school with me. I didn't do a lot of things because I had to raise him. I changed my whole life around for this kid. And he's just living his life the way he wants to. So, with that being said, your kids will respect you more if you achieve things while you're raising them. Even if it's small achievements. Do not put your life on the back burner for your children, because they get old and they leave. And they're going to leave you. And they'll come back to visit. But, you know, all the energy you have while you're raising them, steal some of that energy and put it into yourself. It's the best investment you'll ever have, because when they up and leave and they get older, go with college, high school, whatever, you'll have a life outside of your children. That is very important, because you're a role model and you're showing them how to manage life and social stuff and hobbies and bills and relationships. And that's a great teachable moment, to see you do it all while you're raising them. Because when they get older, they're like, wow, how did mom or dad do that? They were superheroes. You know, and that's what you want. You don't want them to always see you just doing everything for them, because they're like, I'm never going to be like her. I ain't doing that for my kids. You know, you want them to look up to you in that way. So be busy while you're raising your kids. It's important. Any chime in, Mama Pocket?
I agree.
Yeah?
Yes.
Well, she was busy. She lived her life. Living my life like it goes. Living my life like it goes. She had a fun time. There were some sad times. But she did what she wanted to do. She did it her way. You know, and that was the thing about parents, you know, in the 70s and 80s. They did things their way, you know. But all of us were hustlers. We grew up to be hustlers. You know, so that was an important thing to do. They showed us how to navigate through this cold world we live in. So, with that being said, do you think strictness equals what's the word? Obedience.
From the kids?
Yeah.
For me, it worked.
It did work.
It worked for me. I think all kids are different, because you see a lot of kids that came out of a strict household, and then once they get that taste of freedom, they bug out. So,
AKA the people under the stairs.
A lot of like kids, especially kids that grew up in like a church family. Yeah, so like they bug out. So I think it's a balance. You still have to let your kid, you know, when they're old enough, get out and explore stuff on their own, because if you shelter them, you know, their whole life, and when it's time for them to, you know, step out, they're gonna basically go crazy. It was funny, we was talking about last week, the Amish community.
Oh
like
yeah,
how they let them, how old they turn?
I forget the age, but it's like 17 or something like that.
Yeah,
they do rump springer.
And they let them for a week. You say go out into the real world, and if they choose to come back, but some don't choose to come back.
Yeah,
so
they get shunned if they don't come back. They get shunned. If they come back and they've done something totally egregious, they get shunned too. Yeah, but
I think it's you just have to. It's really a roll of dice, really.
Yeah, basically.
Because you never know how your kid is gonna turn out. You just hopefully they take the lessons that you gave them and you know, translate them into, you know, like that's just positive.
That was good. Yeah. Look at that. See, it works. I just took it right, you know? Hey, I did something right. And so, we're about to close it. That was good, Boots. And maybe good.
I agree.
Okay. Hey. So good. So we did good. And see, Tay-Tay's running wild as usual. What I want to say is, February, I talked about this on the podcast earlier. The podcast was just me. February is a great month. I think a lot of people think January is the month where I'm going to get it together. January is usually not the month where you get it together, because I know you make that resolution saying you was going to hit the gym. February is a good, solid time to start doing whatever you want to do, because spring, you can smell spring in the air, but it's still not there yet. and it kind of gives you that that incentive to really get it together. So I encourage you to get your paperwork in order, get your insurance policies, make sure everything is up to date. Make sure you do something for you every day. Make sure you make that phone call, that doctor's appointment. Please make your doctor's appointment, especially if you have health, if you're blessed enough to have health coverage. Make those doctor's appointments. Take the time out to know what's going on inside your body. Too many seemingly healthy people are dropping dead. So get your brain checked, get your heart checked. Do whatever you need to do. February is a great month. You still have a lot of time left in February. Still got like a week or so. And then moving forward. But just instead of always focusing on the external body, make sure the internal body is good. Okay? But especially before you start any crazy health regimen, you want to make sure your body can handle it. So, with that being said, come on guys. Bring it on in. We're going to end it there. And I thank you again for tuning in to episode 7 of Friend in Your Pocket Conversations with Hope Nation. Wow.